Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. We're excited to tell you about the many benefits of fiber interior packaging when used shipping via e-commerce. But before we get started, I'd like to make some introductions. I'm Grant Colby, and my role is Inside Sales. I'm joined today by Rob Swinell, our General Manager and Packaging Engineer, and Tara Niemczek, our Marketing Generalist. Fiber Interior Packaging is one of 6 Great Northern brands providing custom and standard packaging solutions to meet all of our customers' needs. Our capabilities are broad, from interior and exterior to simple corrugated and paperboard boxes with high-end graphics to point-of-sale displays. We can make meeting demand easy for you by providing you the whole solution, interior packaging and your box, making us your one-stop shop for all your packaging needs. Let's discuss what we're going to be covering today. We will review the latest e-commerce trends, where is the market going, and what are the needs of today's customer. We'll discuss e-commerce damage. What does it truly cost when an item is damaged in transit? And on to the really exciting part, we will introduce you to fiber interior packaging and how it can help you respond to your customers' needs and benefit your bottom line. We'll show you some examples of customers who are having great success with our product. And before we wrap up, we'll discuss some of the unique resources and support that our team can provide you.
Let's begin with the ever-changing marketplace. The manufacturing and retail landscape has been changing rapidly. Consumers have been adapting to supply shortages, new social norms, exploring new buying channels, brands, and product varieties, and shifting to e-commerce at a faster rate than ever before. And with these changes, we want you to be informed of what this means for protective packaging. We saw a huge change in the way consumers purchase goods in 2020. E-commerce sales have continued to grow over the years, but with the onset of the pandemic, that growth has just exploded. And with that, we're seeing an increase in the demand for product going direct from manufacturer to the consumer's doorstep, increased demand for packaging that's recyclable or better for our environment, and increased demand for better package integrity and frustration-free packaging. Data is showing that brand loyalty is softening and consumers are more comfortable today than ever in making a change. This is where, as manufacturers, retailers, and brand owners, you have to figure out how to navigate these changes while protecting your brand and your bottom line. As we mentioned, e-commerce penetration took an explosive leap forward in 2020 as consumers tried new ways to get necessities while following stay-at-home orders and dealing with shortages. According to eMarketer, the pandemic unexpectedly accelerated the channel's progress by almost 2 years, with sales topping out at $794.5 billion at the end of 2020. Sales are now projected to reach $1 trillion by 2023. With this climb in e-commerce sales, we've also seen 75% of US consumers soften their loyalties and try different online stores or brands, and most say they'll continue this shopping behavior post-pandemic, which means doing what you can to capture customer loyalty is going to be of great importance. So what is spurring all this growth? The pandemic has accelerated many consumers to shift to direct-to-consumer brands. In fact, 52% of existing D2C brands have seen surges in demand. Consumers are looking elsewhere for products, trying new brands, and looking for the ease of using e-commerce avenues such as Amazon. As we mentioned earlier, these consumer preferences are forecasted to continue. To stay competitive in the marketplace, many manufacturers are selling direct. This option allows them to get to market faster. Most retailers are too risk-averse. The decision to stock a new innovative product without a sales history is most likely to be deemed risky. Manufacturers can see higher margins by cutting out the middleman. They're able to get closer to their customers to understand their needs and have greater control over their brand, which is often limited once on the shelf. Use of omnichannel e-commerce such as Amazon, which is one of the most frequently used, allows the manufacturer to set up an online store without the cost of building their own e-commerce infrastructure. Speaking of Amazon, consumers have been demanding a better e-commerce experience, and that starts with the package itself. Amazon, who continues to dominate with a whopping 47% of the US e-commerce market, is hearing them loud and clear. Amazon requires manufacturers to meet their frustration-free packaging program. Let's take a moment to talk about what frustration-free packaging is. It's packaging that is made of 100% recyclable materials, it's easy to open, and designed to ship products in their original package, also known as SIOC or ship in own container, which eliminates the need for an additional shipping box. In general, even outside of Amazon, packaging trends are aimed at improving efficiency and customer experience, using the right size and e-commerce ready packaging. We can help you get Amazon ready with our in-house package testing. We know package testing can be costly and range anywhere from $800 to $2,000 at third-party testing facilities. So as part of our commitment to providing great service, we offer free package testing to our customers. We'll test your package in our ISTA 6 certified lab. Our engineers will work with you to test package integrity and help ensure that your products will have the best chance of arriving damage-free to their final destination. Great Northern is also APAS certified, which means we're certified to help Amazon vendors and sellers ensure their packaging strategy meets Amazon's guidelines. These include reducing packing times, packaging waste, risk of damage, and difficult unboxing experiences. We will help you meet Tier 1 frustration-free and Tier 2 ships and own container guidelines successfully. So let's talk about the environmental impact of your packaging choices. Right now, there is a dizzying amount of available protective packaging, but not much of it was designed exclusively for the e-commerce market, and much of it isn't recyclable. Whether you're trying to meet Amazon's requirements or not, consumers in general are more conscientious when it comes to protecting the environment, and they now expect the same from their e-commerce deliveries, no matter where they come from. A recent study by the Boston Consulting Group found that 75% of consumers are willing to pay more for sustainable packaging, 50% of consumers make a conscious effort to shy away from harmful packaging, and out of those, 68% associate plastic directly with ocean pollution, leaving a negative impression in their mind and on your brand. Overall, consumers want to see right-sized packaging, less materials, and packaging that's recyclable but still highly protective. Now I'll hand the presentation over to Grant to discuss how you can meet these demands.
Trying to meet frustration-free, damage-free, and eco-friendly packaging requirements can feel a bit complicated. Here is an example. A manufacturer of healthy, clean, and all-natural products was shipping MCT oils via e-commerce. They made some product packaging improvements in the past to help meet their environmental mission, such as changing their bottles from plastic to glass. When selling direct, they were able to protect some of these bottles from damage by using bubble wrap around each one and wadded paper or packaging peanuts inside the box to absorb impacts, not fully in line with their values. Amazon sales, however, were another story. As a fulfilled by Amazon seller, which is a requirement for Prime shipping eligibility, Amazon customers receive products shipped from their distribution centers. If the product isn't shipped in its own box, it may be lacking the right amount of protection to survive the rigors of cross-country shipping. When not properly packaged, their glass bottles would break or leak, and while the manufacturer happily refunded or replaced these orders, their product reviews and seller rating began to suffer. We'll share how we were able to help this customer out shortly, but let's talk about the effects a damaged product can have on your bottom line. Consumers, of course, want their products arriving to their doorstep without damage, and they're becoming less and less patient with the hassle of having to return an item, especially due to damage. These stats really speak for themselves. 39% of brands experience reduced customer loyalty when a shipment is lost or arrives damaged. Also, 79% of online consumers will not repeat their purchase if the delivery is damaged. This demonstrates how crucial packaging is to customer satisfaction and ultimately retention. In addition to frustration-free packaging, consumers want a damage-free experience. Damaged product is expensive and even more expensive if the product is of high value. When you really boil it down, damage costs more than you think. It's not just the return product or the return freight. There are lots of other hidden costs. A frustrated customer, customer service labor to schedule a return and a possible credit, freight to transport the product back, labor to rework the return product, and labor and freight to ship an item a second time, hoping that one makes it safe. All of this assumes there is a return process. Many brands today are saying, keep the product, we'll send you a new one. In the case of our natural oil manufacturer, broken bottles are not usable and extremely unsafe. So the customer is either left with no product and waiting for a refund or waiting for new items to ship, all of which is inconvenient for them. For a manufacturer, they are giving away their product basically 2 for 1. Let's help you ship the product damage-free the first time. Or you'll often end up with the most expensive cost of all, the permanent loss of a customer. Let's go back to our manufacturer of natural oils. The problem. They are experiencing leaks and breakage when its oils, which were packaged in glass bottles, were shipped directly from Amazon and wrapped in bubble wrap and paper filler to absorb impacts. Here's how we helped. We provided our fiber interior packaging molded pulp pads for their 16 and 32 ounce bottles and provided the right size corrugated box for a perfect fit, eliminating the need for bubble wrap or fillers. The result, the bottles fit into the corrugated box perfectly with our molded fiber pads. These pads kept the bottles in place and cushioned them from any impact. Damages were greatly reduced, and the manufacturer was able to pass Amazon's SIOC requirements. They saved money with less returns due to damage and a reduction in their box size. The Amazon reviews improved, and they could apply this packaging to their direct shipments, getting rid of bubble wrap altogether. This made packaging their product easy and fast, and they were able to successfully reach their mission of helping the environment. They were so pleased with our pack that they even started to promote it in their advertising. So let's take a minute to recap what we just learned. With the acceleration in e-commerce, the industry is seeing a huge shift. More direct manufacturer to customer shipments, increased demand for eco-friendly and frustration-free packaging practices, along with consumers having zero tolerance for products arriving damaged. Rob will now cover how you can respond to these changes.
So you've learned how one manufacturer was able to respond to these changes and improve their bottom line with the help from Great Northern Fiber Interior Packaging. Let's discuss more on how we can help get your packaging, e-commerce, and Amazon ready. Not only by preventing damage and meeting your sustainability needs, but here's a huge bonus. We can help you reduce labor costs and your total cost of getting your product for shipment. Companies use many types of products, sometimes in combination, to get their right protection for their product. Foam, airbags, bubble wrap, peanuts, filler paper, die cuts, and additional boxes are all examples of this. There are many things to consider when choosing protective packaging, such as, does it offer a consistent package? What I mean by that is the first package packaged the same way as package number 100 or even 1000? How much warehouse space will the packaging require? Is it easily recyclable? There are often additional costs associated with many of these above options, including the labor needed to assemble the pack, or in case of overboxing, an increase in dimensional weight. Dimensional weight is the amount of space the package occupies regardless of its weight. Think of it as a balloon. Even if it's light, it takes up more space. Both UPS and FedEx will use dimensional weight in their pricing. Every package they handle is charged based on dimensional weight or actual weight of the package, whichever is greater. Let's take a minute to talk about what actually is Great Northern Fiber interior packaging. Constructed of recycled paper, yet designed to be extremely resilient, our parts are produced by mixing used corrugated and newsprint with water. This slurry is then pulled through a tool that molds the part, then goes through an oven to dry. We provide what is called thick wall type 1 parts, which are produced using a single tool, leaving the front side of the part reasonably smooth, while the back side of the part is rather rough, or what I refer to as earthy. Thicknesses range from 3/16 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch and are designed to protect product during shipment. Products can weigh up to 100 pounds. Getting your package e-commerce ready with fiber interior packaging offers several benefits. As a drop-and-go solution, there's no assembly, making it easier for you to keep up with demand to reduce labor costs. You simply place the bottom pad into the box, insert your product, cover your product with the top pad, seal your package, and ship. Fiber interior packaging is extremely resilient, making it a reliable solution by providing excellent cushioning, bracing, blocking of your product during shipment. Each pack will consist of protection every time. And it's eco-friendly. As mentioned, our molded fiber is made from used corrugated newsprint, making it biodegradable and 100% curbside recyclable. Let's back up a second. A drop-and-go solution, what does that really mean for you? Many overlook that this is actually one of the biggest benefits for you as the manufacturer, as it can significantly reduce labor time and get your orders out faster. Let's give you an example of how we can help reduce your labor costs, and in this case, material costs as well. A popular Italian pasta sauce manufacturer who has consistently been a bestseller on Amazon. While that's great news on the sales, as e-commerce sales grew over the last several years, the packaging costs took a hit. Both labor and material costs had gotten out of control. Like many of our customers starting in e-commerce, they were packaging the jars in bubble wrap, tape, and extra filler. Then they switched to 100% recyclable corrugated die-cut inserts to protect their pasta jar shipments. While that solution satisfied their sustainability goal, it was unsustainable in terms of operations. The problem was twofold. Material costs were so high because of the corrugated inserts consisted of a 7-piece origami puzzle to adequately protect and pass the Amazon ISTA 6A packaging test of the multi-jar pack. The second growing issue was the labor required to fold and position the inserts and jars within the package. Amazon's frustration-free packaging program served as the model and timeline to transition to a more user-friendly, sustainable packaging solution. How is Great Northern Fiber interior packaging able to help? As a drop-and-go solution, it removed the complexity from the packaging and replaced the significant amount of corrugated material. Before, it required 7 parts to assemble the ISTA-approved 4-pack of pasta sauce. With the new Great Northern Fiber interior packaging solution, the manufacturer has an Amazon 6A ISOC approved pack, but now with only 2 packaging components, including the outer corrugated box. They instantly saw a reduction in labor costs, as it takes a fraction of time to assemble compared to the previous solution. And of course, the pasta sauce arrives to the customer's doorstep damage-free.
Both customers we've discussed so far had tried using bubble wrap and tape as a packaging solution at one point. Let's look at how that impacts labor time and ultimately cost. In 8 hours, one person can pack 1,000 packages of pasta sauce with fiber interior packaging. that same person can only pack about 200 packages in 8 hours when using bubble wrap, and only around 260 packages when using hand-folded corrugated die cuts with top and bottom trays. When you do the math, your labor per pack with bubble wrap or die cuts costs you 4 to 5 times as much. You might also wonder what other types of products can be protected using fiber interior packaging. We've given you a couple examples of products packaged in jars and bottles, such as sauces and oils. Products like these weren't necessarily designed for e-commerce, but rather for shipping on a pallet. It's also perfect for items that can dent or ding easily during shipment if not well protected, such as paint cans, truck accessories, and other direct-to-consumer items. And it's perfect for protecting heavy items that need extra protection from busting through a box. Motors, valves, actuators, and other industrial items are a few examples. We can also help bring your brand and product to the customer's doorstep. We can offer you a complete total box solution, fiber interior packaging, and the box, making us your one-stop shop for all your packaging needs. You will have peace of mind that your box is designed to specifically fit your product and our molded fiber pads. Don't just want a plain brown box. Our 1, 2 color, 6 color, and high-end graphics will make your brand stand out. If you have any additional packaging related questions or would like to learn more if fiber interior packaging is the right fit for your product, please reach out. The recording of today's webinar and a handout of key information will be available to share or watch again at our website at www.fiberinteriorpackaging.com. Thank you for joining us today.